Okay, back again, people. It's Plavi TV here, and it was Madrid 1, Bayern Munich FC 2. Before I get into what happened exactly in the game, let me begin by saying that it was an excellent game to watch. I enjoyed really well watching the game because this was a game where we saw exactly what we expected. We expected Bayern to come to the Bernabeu, try to control the game, take the game to Madrid, try to break them down, impose themselves on Madrid. And Madrid then waiting for an error, winning the ball and using the transition to hurt Bayern. When the game started, Bayern didn't give them a sniff. They nipped everything that Madrid tried to do in the bud. So even before the transition or the counter attack develops, they stop it right from the off. And they were doing that very well until maybe after the first 10 minutes. That is where Madrid began to have some joy in the game, where they were posing some threat going in behind Bayern. But Bayern had the first big chance. But unfortunately, the chance fell to Dayot Upamecano, who is a defender, but not just a defender who panics in front of goal because he rarely gets opportunities like he got in that game, in that first half. It was an open goal. The keeper wasn't even in the post, but Dayot Upamecano contrived to hit the ball with his stats instead of with the top of his boots. So the ball ended up being cleared by a Madrid defender. And after that, I think the game became a bit up and down. Madrid controls the game a little bit. Bayern gets to control it a little bit. And that is what kept happening but you could see that there was a fair bit of control from Bayern, even though Madrid was occasionally coming into the game and trying to also control it themselves as well. But most of the chances fell to Bayern. Bayern kept creating the chances. They kept missing opportunities. I think this Bayern team is a chance creation machine. They just create chances. The main issue is finishing the chances. And today they squandered a lot of chances. A lot chances. So Bayern got the first goal in that first half through Luis Diaz. It was a very smooth bit of play, winning the ball in the half of Madrid, close to the center line. But then they kept the ball very well. They moved the ball so smoothly. And because they won the ball in Madrid half, Madrid were a bit out of shape. So they could easily pass the ball through Madrid. And lo and behold, Luis Diaz made a run on the blind side of Alexander-Arnold. Who could have guessed something like this would happen? Of course, everybody guessed that something like this would happen. So he made the run behind Trent Alexander-Arnold. The ball was slipped through by Serge Gnabry, and he slotted it home coolly and calmly. And so that made it 1-0 in that first half. We ended the first half with the 1-0. Bayern went in ahead. After scoring the goal, they also went on to control the game as well. Madrid didn't really have a foothold in that game. You could see the game going only in one direction, which is in the direction of Bayern winning the game. And in the second half, Bayern came in, started very quickly, started fast, imposed themselves again on Madrid, and got the second goal through Harry Kane. An excellent goal, of course, from Harry Kane. It wasn't very close to the goal. I think it was almost outside the 18-yard box when he struck the ball. But it was so well struck that the keeper had no chance of saving that ball. And after that, I really enjoyed the way Bayern controlled the game. They nip everything in the bud. They really kept the ball very well right after scoring the second goal. They kept it on. They kept pressing on the pedal. But I think it got to a point that Bayern became a bit tired. They became a bit open. They started giving some chances away. And kudos to Madrid as well. I think it is only fair to mention that Madrid also really stepped up their game. They were running harder. They were closing down harder. I never thought Madrid could be a high pressing team. They started pressing Bayern so high, something that we never saw in that first half, because they thought they were going to sit deep, defend, and hit Bayern on the break. But when they went down 2-0, they saw that they had no option but to try and win the ball up high on the field and not allow Bayern to keep the ball, because what Bayern were doing was basically defending by keeping the ball. So Madrid had to come out and get the ball. And I think they did that quite well. They were able to, for a short spell of time, Madrid were able to impose themselves. They weren't allowing Bayern to move the ball easily out of the back. And so Bayern were making more mistakes, missing the opportunity or not being able to progress the ball from the back. And that gave Madrid some control in the game. Of course, Madrid's goal came from a beautiful cross from Alexander-Arnold. And kudos to Alexander-Arnold Trent, because that run, the underlap he did to receive that ball close to the byline, to whip it across the goal, was excellent. I really enjoyed the way that whole bit of play went. But after that, it was still Bayern in control. Bayern controlled the rest of the game, created the best chances of the game. And I think Bayern could have run away with probably a 4-1 defeat to Madrid at the home grounds of Madrid. But it ended 2-1 because so many chances were missed. Luis Diaz missed a gilt-edged chance that he shouldn't have missed. There were other opportunities as well. They just create chances. These guys, Michael Olise, the guy was so excellent. He was so flamboyant on the ball. Exciting to watch. I really enjoyed watching Olise today. And we saw Olise at Crystal Palace. I'm so surprised how much improvement this guy has seen in the last 2 seasons. I don't know where that came from. I also want to say kudos to Vincent Kompany. I really like his outfit out there today, different from any other manager you would see in the Champions League quarterfinals. He's doing his own thing, and kudos to him. He's been excellent. He's been excellent. Whatever you want to say about him, whatever you want to say about Bayern, Vincent Kompany is the reason why Bayern are where they are. He's the reason why they are playing the way they are playing. And as I always say, football is all about coaching. It is all about coaching. You can see this is a Bayern team that is well drilled, and they are well drilled to create chances, to be a chance creation machine. I don't think they defend as well as you would expect a very, very top team to defend. They leave a bit of spaces for the opponent to exploit. But when it comes to the attacking machine, oh my God, these people attack. These people attack. I would love to see a game between Bayern Munich and Barcelona, where you have two teams who are just concentrated on attacking. Nobody cares about defending, and I think that is going to be an extraordinary game. Of course, Bayern are likely to meet PSG if they both qualify to the next stage. So that could be a very, very interesting game to watch. Two teams that are always attacking, and that game is going to be a blockbuster. It is going to be a blockbuster. Thank you very much for watching the video. Of course, don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you are new here. Like the video if you enjoy the analysis that you just listened. Also share the video, hype the video as well. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. See you all very soon. Bye.